Hello, everybody. It is I, Mona, the Queen of Bones, your mommy, and on Thursdays, your DM. We're just waiting for Maxine today. We got the rest of the party. Oh dear, this. Where's this page? It's not letting me adjust the spacing. There we go. Got you all realigned. So how are we all doing anyway?
Doing good. I just got my pizza.
Pizza.
My mic was muted.
Okay.
Up, hi.
Hello. I'm also doing good, although I was doing less good earlier this week because I got sun poisoning.
Oh no.
The sun poisoned you? What are you, vampire?
I mean, close enough, I guess. But yeah, no, I was really out of it for a couple days. Yeah.
But yes. Maxine did let us know that she'll be a bit late, so we're just gonna chat, hang out, have a good time. As always, you are listening to... You have reached level 1, part of the Forge Your Destiny dungeon playlist, created for tabletop games by M. Young and Jonathan Young. What is the P with a circle? That's not a copyright. I mean, it's patented? I don't know. But hey, villainous music.
It's the sound recording copyright symbol. It was initially used for phonograms, and it's just kind of continued.
Okay. So, last time, you all made it to the lovely streets of Morinvista. After a bit of a back and forth with the guards on the gate, between the party, them, and each other, you then met the extremely energetic sheriff of the town, known simply as Alvina Brutefist. The surprisingly lanky dwarf with a lot of energy and not much attention, but she's very polite, insistently so, and even shook hoofs with Solda. From there, feeling tired, the party went to the Madman's Jester, run by Orsik Tolavia. And some of you had food delivered to your rooms, and some others were falling asleep on the spot, so just wanted to get to their room and rest for the night. We rejoined the party the following morning with sunlight over the town, you can see more of it from your bedroom windows. At least those on, well, even those on the south side. You still see more of it, just not as much as those on the north side. I have finished all of the dynamic lighting on this, so what you see is what you see. Yeah, so we're about to start eventually. Well then, anything fun people might want to mention going on?
I've got Comic-Con next week. That's fun.
Nice.
Nothing really new for me.
Fair enough.
Nothing good for me either.
Yep, okay.
Same old, same old.
Seems so.
I have got to get back into Elite Dangerous.
So many games to get
So
back
many
into.
games, exactly.
Though with Elite, it's very much I might lose my fleet carrier if I don't go back.
That's very true.
To be perfectly honest, there doesn't seem much of a benefit to having one. It's more of a status symbol than anything.
Still, best to pop on and make a bit of money and then have to save up for all of that cost again.
Mm-hmm. I'm hoping they do a kind of event like they did way back during the that made me like a few billion. It's like, okay, make that, shove that in the carrier. I'm good for like a year and a half.
I'm wondering how those chickens got out.
Icons. Oh, there is one token. Boop. Mm-hmm. Boop. Your name. Nameplate. Yep. Yep. Double check. Should have daylight currently on it. Yep. Okay. Oh, maybe Maxine was gonna be longer than I thought by a bit late. Oh well, we can chill. But yeah, I've been playing a bit of the First Ascendant today as well. And really cool. So for some reason I ran one of the story missions solo, and for some reason it put it in hard instead of normal. I didn't see an option to change it.
Yeah, I've been seeing that myself. It's like hard one is like, I'm in normal, not hard. What the heck are you doing?
Yeah,
For what game was this?
the first Ascendant.
Might be a bug. It is a newly released game.
Because yeah, the freaking enemies I was fighting, most of them were fine, but then it's just the ones that the boss summons were like one-shotting my shields, and if I was any form of like stunned and not in motion, like at that point, like the boss's AoE thing like knocked me down, I'd just be dead instantly. Like what?
I was fighting an enemy. I think you might have fought it yourself. It was like a shield guy, but he was projecting his shields through like all physical objects. Like, how is that fair?
I think I fought a couple of the guys that have projectile shields, so I'm not sure which one. You're on
It was like
about.
a like 2-stage boss fight for a submission.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm
He had
gonna
those
go
like
with
little
maybe.
balls above him that
Oh yeah,
protected him. Was that a Maxine?
it is a maxi.
I did get a module that makes my poison last longer, so yay.
Yay. All right. Well, welcome in, Maxine. He's muted. It's okay. Are you just getting settled?
Oh.
Well, regardless, all of you wake up in the morning, as I said, in your rooms that were built by dwarves with best approximation of the like average size they'd need for their room, which means they're made for medium creatures. And while the beds are like the right size and all that, maybe some of the dimensions were a bit off for the room itself.
Probably with Crib, especially.
Because this town seems to be primarily dwarves and half-elves, and trying to get the average dimensions of a medium-sized creature, half-elves are not it. They're not quite as slender as their fully elven cousins, but there are certainly a lot of humans that are a lot stockier than a half-elf. You are free to act freely. Fortunately, this one doesn't have a upstairs the buildings.
Yeah, hey, it's fine. Nope, gotta sit over here. Must sit next to family.
Oh, that was where I was put them near their windows of their upstairs room. But yeah.
Yeah.
Rivet is probably going to spend most of the day today just trying to work on her armor.
Yep.
Because sooner she gets that done, sooner we can do the thing that she kind of wants to do already.
Okay. So you could be just doing that in the room?
She did see a smithy on the way in, but does not have the emotional fortitude to go over and ask to use it, so...
You've done it before.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean she wants to do it again.
Yeah.
You can always ask Mr. Bombastic.
That'd be fantastic.
Hey, he gives a bombastic side eye, okay? That freaking go off the U. Anyways.
I do like the idea that Kriv gives some legendary side-eye.
Yeah. He may not be a dragon, but he's got some legendary action. Swing!
That was more of an innuendo than I think is fair to give Kriv, but...
I mean, he's got a family, so he definitely had some legendary action.
If we're talking about legends, I think the real legend is Philip. I will forever just both shake my fist and tip my hat to Philip.
Yeah, the only guy who went into the Acorn to Oak and then paid his way and then got the money back afterwards. like what was his name in fucking Game of Thrones?
I've never
Rory,
watched that.
was that? Okay. Well, basically, he was like the right-hand guy for oh wow, I'm getting all excited. Yeah, he was like the right-hand guy of Tyrion Lannister. And so, Tyrion gave him money to go to the brothel. And then apparently he was so good in bed that they gave him the money back afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, Philip Eve was able to call her by a nickname that even her coworkers weren't allowed to use. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know what Crit would be doing right now. Like, he doesn't have a clear goal at the moment. Like, they have the overarching goal of like gather the dragon, whatever. Like, approval? Question mark to power up the weapons to take on O'Hagan. But for him, his weapon is tied to Zelodio, so they'd have to go to Alcor potentially to get for him. So that his is definitely going to be last. So they have to find the other dragon remains so that we can get everyone else powered up. And he's just like, I don't know where these are. I feel like I'm the bus driver right now, and Rivet's the GPS.
You can always come in and ask her questions. And also, I think we did, in fact, probably find the corpse of the gravity dragon.
Oh, Podrick, that was his name.
Or if not their corpse, then something significant enough to do what we need to do for Kogi, to get Kogi's attention.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Trying to think about Thorek. I mean, Thorek, he might just spend the time waiting somewhere out of the way and just meditating with the rocks, the stone, the earth.
Okay.
He's getting better at the meditating thing. Doesn't fall asleep as fast.
Okay. Well, there's plenty of spots around town for meditation, unless you're just doing it in the room.
Somewhere around town, out of the way.
Okay.
Let's see if we can find one.
Straight out the back door.
I forgot that was the back door.
As you come down the stairs, you see there's like leftover meat that's being like sliced up onto a mixed plate, such just set out for people to pick at as part of the breakfast. Because as you said, like the leftovers now we kind of like included, but like ordering a fresh breakfast is an extra. But you head straight out the door, and you're greeted by this extremely well-built town. Better appreciated under the light of day. And the very well-organized streetlights. The quality of the stonework on the path/road. All the little hip-high walls that add more definition beneath every single little cliff face and rocky outcropping that this town was built around and chiseled into. As you pass by here, up here, you see a man just throwing more hay into the feeder there. Just keeping it stocked for his goats in the morning. He doesn't seem to notice you. You find yourself at the back of the tavern where there's multiple kegs stacked up on a wagon.
Dwarves do like to drink. I imagine.
I say kegs, they're
This is
pretty
a
much
time-
the full size barrels that would be like brewed in. Yes, that is a pathway.
It's like do that.
Pass underneath the mining railway where you see minecarts going by at a slow trundle. Looking out, you see the starts of what appears to be some form of market network. You're seeing stands directly ahead of you as well as on the catwalks above. It's a reasonable house. You see some people like having some stuff on display, but still also like getting some more stuff out. Like they're just setting up while also having stuff on display. You see fabrics, various traveling supplies, you know, backpacks and bags of all sizes. Freshly made baked goods, tools, anything you would expect to find in a market. Textiles, there's a lot jam-packed in here.
Right, the
Veg,
most stuff.
meats, like
Most of limited space.
yeah. You get a nod or a casual wave from most people. Every so often someone might just be like, "Hail or morning" to you.
Morning. You might buy a few apples if those are there.
Yeah, there's definitely a fruit stand somewhere in this place. Find some stands of lots of cheeses. A lot of food and smell around there. But yeah, you get yourself a couple of apples. Yeah, 2 apples, 2 copper. And while this place is definitely where the trade occurs, you do see like a washing line where someone's got their clothes hung out, sort of just a few feet from one of the stands. Definitely the market's not obstructing the day-to-day use of it, basically. What is that?
Right. Chickens are right outside my dang window. Somehow they got out of their enclosure.
Oh no.
Well, to be fair, heavy rain, tarp, their outside run collapsed. So
I mean, I am someone who was there for 2 weeks and know that they let the chickens run free when Brianna, our sister, is not there. They only enclose them because our sister is afraid of chickens, but otherwise they are just allowed to roam.
I'm hoping they let them free. Because they haven't been doing that the last couple days. Anyway. You want some apples? Making his way around town.
Yep. I'm gonna go with peaceful village ambience from the Vault of Ambience. No, that was okay. Yeah, no, that's fucking bird overload. What the fuck? Peaceful village ambience and music from Marsh's muses. What is it with some of these creators and going way too hard on the birds when they're making ambiences? I mean, I guess that's what they like. As birds, but they're like mixed into the background, not like right in your face. This one works. All right. Anyway, you go wandering. Stands upon stands, you're seeing these paper lanterns all strung along this table above the lower level of the market. It provides light to the upper levels. As you proceed further, you can see seemingly keeping an eye on everything and or just merely enjoying her surroundings. You see a dwarf with spirals upon spirals of almost pinkish red hair. Some form of odd headpiece that seems to be like pushing her hair upwards. And she's just smiling at people, waving. It's like, oh yes, good day, good day. Oh yes, good day.
Sure would last.
Yes.
Lots of happy people in this village.
Indeed.
I think he found the back gate.
You found a gate. There's a dwarf, or two dwarves, in front of it. Oh wait, no, sorry, they're up on the walls here. You also seem to have found a gap in my freaking dynamic lighting. Wait, why did
Not that I can see much.
why did that not do on the light layer? Hold on. Boop. Why is it not?
The gap's gone, but I think you have it on like Explorer mode, so what I've seen, my character will have seen is still displayed on the map.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
I mean, I think there's like, you can re-hide that with Explorable Darkness. Under like the cloud icon.
Does that get rid of it?
Yep. Most of it. There's still slight line right going this way.
Oh.
All gone.
Yeah, you should have seen like a brief darkness on your side of the gate that then disappear when your vision hit it.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold. What business have you in the upper sector?
Just wandering around town. No destination in mind.
Well, ain't much but a few houses up this way and of course, Alderman Rurik, their dogs, residents, along with two other members of the council.
Restricted area. Got it.
Well, we don't see you causing no trouble, and what we're saying is we don't mind letting you in. Just be mindful of people's privacy and disturbing. Plus, you're out in the light of day. You're clearly none of these bloodsuckers that we've been hearing about.
So Rick just thinks, well, we've created quite the panic with the vampire talk.
So if you wish to go see the rest of town, we can let you in. Just be mindful of what might not be fenced off, but still is clearly private property.
Looking for a place to meditate amongst the rocks and stones if you know of a spot out of the way of people.
Out the way of folk. Not many places like that around here. Rather tight-knit community, both emotionally and physically. Hey, your neighborhood lake. Hmm. You know, maybe head through here, pass between the two torches, and there should be a little nook on the left there that's between the rails and the cliff leading up to the alderman's house. About as far as any I get. Not many folk to see the alderman today, as far as we are aware. Alright, give us a sec. One of them disappears, and you just kind of hit him. He just pulls one of the sides open. So,
Thank you for your
just through there on the left. You should be able to nest yourself in there.
Thank you.
Now, just don't go causing no trouble here now. You're very welcome. He closes it. You see him like run off this way to these stairs and just up to his spot. You see, like, this is the upper quarter, but the quality of the housing is no different. They got that extra wall, but you imagine that possibly it may have been more the fact that they built this part first and then expanded downward.
A more historied part of the city.
Yeah. So yeah, like they're like in there or behind this tree, like pass underneath more of the rails of the mines.
Yeah.
And you get yourself among the rocks there.
And that's what Oprah's gonna do for most of the day, just sit there and meditate.
All right. Unless you need my assistance, Mother, I'm going to go and see if this place has the library.
Yeah, of course. Let me know if you find anything interesting.
I will. I don't know if you... He stops by Soldar for a bit. Get some fuss. And you're working on that armor. Okay. Rev and Syrah.
Chris probably eating. Just did his morning rituals and having some breakfast, really taking his time with it.
Oh yeah, you help yourself to the leftovers. Like, there's the cuts of meat. There's some of the veg that could keep, and the rest of it's gone in the infinite stew. And Ozik's like, well, you're always welcome to, what needs using up, and the good old bowl of the stew is only 2 copper.
He'll pay a couple copper for the breakfast stew.
Mm-hmm. It is heavily seasoned, and you can't quite tell what's in it. It's just very savory and very, hearty.
Yeah. He had dwarves with him in the guard. He's seen their food. He's tried some. He was knowing what to expect.
Yep. Plus, any meat, veg that won't keep as is, always already cooked, and we'll just go into this stew, very medieval tradition, just to keep this infinite stew going, just to make the most of things and preserve them for longer. Clicks on her way to find a library, bumps into Ovina. She is now stuck there, talking to Ovina. Sarah have plans for the day? I will say no. Yes, even among the market and that, as you go by Thorpek, you do notice that, of course, there is the blacksmith. There's what appears to be an alchemist on the signs. A jeweler's which there's a jeweler's stand among the market, but it has the same little sign on it as the actual in place shop jewelers that you saw across the general store, and yeah, plenty going on. Well, there's no formal church. You notice there are shrines, basically. The candles lit, such. The shrines are simple. There is a gold coin with the face of a dwarf. Alright, Sarah, Maxine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Sarah just being sleepy today?
Yeah. Conserving energy, I'll call it.
Just kind of hanging out with your brother, doing not much.
Yeah. Even though we have a time limit, we should take some leisure.
Sarah's just being like, I'm gonna take a self-care day.
Yeah.
And what do you mean by that? I'm gonna do nothing. Okay. So the day goes by. You take your time with the breakfast crib. Much of a plan for the rest of the day?
Again, he doesn't really have a direction.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
He's always kind of been someone who followed orders. Like he had the initiative, but he's always had a clear, let's do this step to get to this step. And at the moment, he's just kind of like, I don't know where to go from here. And so until such a time that people is like, okay, let's use that amulet to get to somewhere else, he's like, okay, that's a direction. So until then, he's just kind of like, I'm waiting for my orders, Captain. Kind of state.
Okay.
In the middle of the day, Rivet will knock on the door to Crib and Sierra's room in order to ask a question.
Crib will open the door.
Hi. Sorry to interrupt. I just remembered something from yesterday. I was rather tired at the end of the day, but I do remember the guards at the front gate. They were rather interested in, vampires in general, and I don't know. It seemed interesting to me, and I was wondering if maybe you'd be willing to go around, maybe find out whether it's a separate problem from the one we faced already, or if it's something we could look into.
I mean, yeah, I could do that. Wow, don't know where that accent came from. Certainly, I can do that. It could be they're just on the edge of vampires in general, though. If they're not prolific, it seems weird that they're on that kind of edge for it. But yes, I can go ask some of the townsfolk as well as the guards.
Cool. I would come with you, but I'm busy and it just came up. Yeah. Cool.
All right. And he does look a little like, okay, I have a task. Like, he's not the Rick and Morty, what is my purpose? You pass butter, oh my god, anymore. He's like, I can do this.
I've been hearing the hints that Anu has been dropping all sessions so far about there maybe being a vampire problems in this town, and I was like, I have to do something.
Right.
Yeah,
We'll go out.
oh, good, you're not one of the bloodsuckers. Okay, you can go meditate. So it's like, oh, bloodsuckers around. I'm gonna go meditate.
He'll go over to Solda, sort of like rub his neck. Well, dear friend, I don't know what's going on quite yet, but we have some direction. And he'll head back towards the front gate, because he feels that, especially since they're checking people who come in, there'll be some guards over there.
Mm-hmm.
Rivet's busy. Yeah. Sounds more like Rivet just doesn't want to fucking talk to people.
Yeah, a little bit, but yeah, a little bit.
You see, as you come over, Alvina looks at you and goes, "Oh, good morning." I forgot what voice I gave her. I'm like, "Oh, yes. Well, no, not welcome. You got here last night. Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Hi. Yeah. Hi." And she goes to shake your hand.
Criv will shake her hand and give a dwarvish greeting, because he knows dwarvish.
You know, dwarf. Oh, that's very fascinating. You know, talking to your friend here. You noticed the second of was concentrated on you. Blake's fucking just teleport away.
Stage magic just gone. It's the anime just dotted outline of where they were. Just tweet, tweet, tweet.
Yep. She's just, I'm out. Now's my chance.
Yep. Yes. Most of my group is not very well handling with social interactions, so I tend to be the one who does a lot of the talking.
Well, I mean, I told her where the library was, and she wanted to go read it. But then, we sort of started talking and about other things, and one thing led to another. And but I suppose she's gone to the library now. But how are you?
Probably. I'm well.
Good.
I just wanted to ask a couple questions, if that's all right.
Of course. How can I help? What can I help you with my information and questions answering?
Well, we took notice last night that the guards who let us at the gate seemed very interested in knowledge of vampires and such. Is there a reason for concern of vampires in the area? Or is there suspicion of vampires in the area?
Oh, I mean, no, I don't think there's vampires here. I mean, some of the folk think that some of the recent uh, deaths in the town have been a tad suspicious, but
I would like to insight if she is just placating, saying like, "Oh yeah, I don't think there's vampires here. Don't scare the tourists." Mode kind of deal.
go ahead.
Oh look, a savage.
13. You think she's like not wanting to jump to conclusions. She's trying to like downplay it as being like, oh, there must be some other explanation. There can't be anything that horrible happening in this town. Like, you know.
She's like, a little bit of denial, a little bit of being cautious. Got it. Well, deaths have you. That sounds plural. Have there been a lot in a short period of time?
Oh well, it's 3 in as many weeks.
Not normal for a town. Sorry, I don't mean to pry. I served in the town guard. It's where I learned Dwarvish, actually. A few of my fellow guard taught me.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, they were a very welcoming group. They tended to have a lot of fun at my expense, as I could not quite drink as much as they could, and they kept inviting me out.
Oh well, we are ones to enjoy revelry.
They're good folk, and I appreciate that they did their best to make me feel at home.
Yes, but if you wanted more information, maybe you should head uptown and see if you can have a word with the alderman, Rurik Deerdark. Yeah.
I assume a sheriff such as yourself would be investigating deaths, would you not?
Oh, I am. I just don't want to speak too much about it out in the earshot of everyone else, that's all.
Of course. We could always go elsewhere, more private, if that is better for you. You just seem that you want to not speak about the matter at all.
Personally, I prefer not to, but on a professional standpoint, the alderman is the best man to talk about it. He knows everything I've discovered so far. He even has some of the paperwork, which I don't carry the paperwork around with me.
Of course, no. I'll speak to the alderman. I wonder if I still have that frickin' Inquisition badge. I don't think so. I think I gave that back to them.
Yeah, they did ask for it back.
Damn. They never expect the Inquisition. No one suspects the Inquisition.
Except the Spanish.
Yes. Spanish always expect the Inquisition, even when it's not. All right. Yes, I'll go speak to the alderman. Appreciate the information you've given, and I do hope that there are no further deaths. It's hard.
I knew them very well. There's never any bad blood between any of them that I knew of. But the alderman also has the keys to their home after, they had no one to leave the home to, so it fell back to the city. And if he wants you to investigate, then he'll be able to give you keys to their homes. And perhaps I'm thinking about something else. No, that's okay. And she's like getting welled up and teary.
He'll give her a pat. That's all right. I'll leave you to that, and I'll go speak to the alderman.
Yeah, you do that. Why, it's just the thought of anyone else dying in the storm. I can't handle it.
I am already connecting dots here. I have murder board up in my brain. They obviously all knew each other because they all knew the sheriff, apparently quite well. They all were single and didn't have any family to take over their homes once they died. There's some connections being made here.
As you head towards the center of town, you see this large outside feasting area with
Yes.
what appears to be an entire I'm gonna say goat on a spit over a fire. As it seems
They
like-
ride goats and then they eat them.
Yep. You see a handful of folk around just kind of chatting. Like it's clearly like the morning roast has started and probably won't be ready till the evening. And
Right. Looks around. All right. She said the upper. I think that would be this way. Unless this just leads to someone's house. Yes, this looks to just be the balcony on this building.
I mean, the walkway
this way.
does go around. It's just a bit narrow. But yeah, you can go up that way.
He'll find his way. He's very large for this town.
Heading through these streets and the fine fusion between fine stonework and woodwork. Very humble little town. People's, laundries on the lines over the streets and lanterns light the way, keeping it well lit around here.
We'll ask after the alderman, to a point like, hey, dude, where can I find the alderman? Get some pointed directions.
Oh, yeah, you want to
Kind of deal.
back that way until you get the first point. When you get to the market, you turn left and you head all the way up towards the inner gate, and you'll be fine to just keep going straight ahead from there.
Thank you. Ba. 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 Ba-da. Ba. Ba.
Yep, you come across the same market site, and you see that Liz got directions to a library, but she seems to be standing at just a stall that has books, and just kind of reading. You see her conversing with the person there, and let's see, what is your aspect 12? You didn't hear what they're saying, but yeah, she seems to be like, "Oh, this will do." There are books here.
Yes. The books are here. I do not need to walk any further. This is fine. Let's see here. Turn left, go up to the inner gate. Here we go. Gate.
Oh, no, that's another one. Hello. You have business in the upper sector?
Yes, I need to speak to the alderman. The sheriff pointed me in his direction in regards to certain matters that would be best discussed with him.
All right then. Well, give us just a moment. Yep, just head straight up that path there and give the door a knock. Not expecting any visitors today, so he should be pretty free for a chat.
Understood. Thank you.
No, don't mind his house call. He's there for protection. He's a bit short with his words.
House Carl, freaking what? You played Skyrim on me? I've been playing survival mode recently. Holy crap, it's hard.
Oh, jeez. Oh, I can imagine doing that with the freaking mods I have running right now.
Yeah, it has your carrying capacity from the start. So instead of 300, you have 150. And then, hey, you got to eat, sleep, and manage your cold. I started as an Argonian. And let me tell you, it means I'm 25% more susceptible to cold. So I freeze my ass off all the time.
Oh, dear. And you head straight up this way under this through this little tunnel under the mine rail. And you go up and up towards this large town. And actually, I must correct myself. On the nature roll, you heard the cry of hippogriffs, not griffins.
Understand.
Horse butt, not lion butt. Yeah, you should better make your way up.
I thought that was the door.
Nope.
Stops, turns, shakes head, keeps walking.
You see some well-tended gardens to your right, as well as constructed stable nests for these creatures around a large tree. And passing through some windows, up you head up to this door. There's no guard at the door.
He'll step up and give a knock, as he was told to do.
Knock. Right? Business?
I wish to speak with the alderman. The sheriff pointed me in his direction.
Right? What about?
About the deaths that have occurred over the last few weeks and potentially assisting in the investigation.
Right? Follow me. Door.
Shuts. Yeah, I was literally about to say I'll shut the door behind me.
He wasn't looking at you when he said that. He's just like apparently used to just getting people to close the door.
His hand was already on the door to pull it closed. He looks at the door, just like I was
But yeah,
doing it.
you see
motherfucker."
this fine little entranceway, stairs heading to the upper level, and what appears to be stairs going down, fireplace, plenty of light fixtures. This statue of what seems to be a half-elven person with a crossbow in one hand and a quarterstaff in the other. And he leads you down this awkward hallway that, despite this grid fitting, this hallway is on one of the lines of the grid.
Ah, yes, that.
He leads you down here. And yes, it's very like he's fine walking down it, but you are like, you got a few
I am a
inches.
6 foot. I'm a 6'5", 270-pound dragonborn in wearing freaking bug armor. I am squeezing.
Yeah. As you walk past like the light fixtures, you kind of like dip a shoulder, but other than that, you can kind of walk normally. Just you can't have any like swagger to your step, otherwise you'd scrape into something.
All about that face, no swagger.
And you head down this hallway, and gives a knock. Who is that? Oh, it's me. Visitor. No, bring him in then. Right. He opens the door and steps to one side and gestures you in. In front of you, you see a man with thick-toned arms and a paunchy gut. He's wearing a perfectly clean shirt and a pair of pants. He's sporting a red mohawk and bushy mustache. This man's hair draws a lot of attention. His eyes are green.
Oh God, Scotsman. Criv will give a respective sort of hand to chest salute and bow.
The man puts his quill down in the pot, pushes his chair back, stands up, and puts a fist to his chest as well. Oh, Mattia there. I am the alderman, Rulik Deardark. I see to the running of this town. I make sure nothing goes a riot here, and when it does, I want to be in the know and, do my best to keep the peace and see any situations resolved as quick as possible.
Of course. I am Criv Norixius, servant of Pelor, a guard member of Alcor. Well, I've not been at my post for some time. Off traveling and broadening my skill sets, as it were.
Well, if Hound's guard falls apart for the absence of one man, it wasn't a very well structured guard. Welcome.
No.
Now,
The
go on.
sheriff sort of pointed me in your direction in regards to gathering information as well as access in order to assist in the investigations of the mysterious deaths that have occurred over the last few weeks.
Ah. Yes, well, it's been tragic, really. We noticed that he died of old age, and not for a very, very long time at least, and we've missed our friends that have been taken so suddenly. Each of them drained entirely of their blood. Found as just dried husks by concerned neighbors and friends who would merely come and have a chat every day. And this is what we got, so. And he takes a few papers on the desk, and he'll come around. He doesn't like stay behind his desk because he's an important dude. He just comes around and hands you the papers. Not much to go on,
Criv will take it and sort of flip through papers, see what he sees.
Each of them. Why, for a couple of them there was a bit of blood, but not enough for a whole person to have been drained or bled out. The scenes have been far too clean. Nasty thoughts. One of them, must have got taken completely by surprise. There wasn't a speck of wrongdoing nor crimson around her. But as a follower of Pelor, I know that to be one of the good ones. If you're wanting to investigate further, perhaps you have more knowledge from your travels than I. Finding whatever this doing is. I've been hearing some folks say vampires and such, but there's been no bite marks on the victim. At least none that you would expect from what you hear about vampires and such.
What sort of wounds did they incur?
I
I mean, if they're dead, they had to have been, and missing blood, they had to have been drained somehow. A
No.
knife mark, a stab.
There's been bruises as if hit with a bludgeoning weapon, but nothing would declare to be lethal. But it's like they just... No. They were drained, but not through any puncture wounds we found. Seems to be happening once a week, and I've been keeping track of it. It's the night after next. We'll be keeping a watch out. I'm not sure where this thing is or how it gets around, but I've not been finding any footprints, no broken windows, no bashed in doors, nothing.
It's like they let their attacker in.
Aye. That shivers me to the bone. There's no one in this town that would have any sort of bad blood for people. And the only visitors we've had recently have been your lot, and well, you got here after this started happening. I'm stumped. Can't think of anyone to have a motive. Can't think of anyone that would have the will to do that to one of their friends, but maybe I'm blinded by the friendships I've built up here. The people I know. You don't know none of them, so maybe you'll be able to see with an unblinded eye or something.
I'll do my best to put your worries at ease.
Well, hopefully you find some hint of whatever's doing this and bringing it to justice. He goes around his desk and he opens up the drawer and gets some keys out, and it's like, as you can see on each of the reports, you got the address there. This is for Miss Hallow, Mr. Dunn, and Master Hargley. He hands you the keys as he's saying this.
He'll take them, nod, and
I hereby deputize you for the duration of this investigation. That also extends to the other friends you came here with. If this is something malicious, well, saying of course it is. Don't go getting yourselves killed fighting it, whatever it is. And he kind of huffs and he picks up a pipe from the desk and pops up in a little bag and stuffs it with some fresh smoke, lights it up and starts puffing. Even like your passive insight, you see the whole situation's got him a bit stressed and annoyed at his own inability to really find much to go on.
Crib will give the salute at the deputization. I'll investigate swiftly and do my best to put this at rest before there's any more danger to your citizens.
Right, I appreciate that. We'll get something together for your hard work. It all pays off. When it all pays off.
Nods. He'll turn and head back out.
Yeah, the guy just goes. The guy comes, follows you. He'll close the door and just follow you out. And then, oddly enough, he'll like come around you in the lobby, and he gets the door.
He is the door opener. That is his purpose. And if he does not do it, he will die.
Right.
So,
Good. Good luck.
appreciate it.
You do fine thing. Closes his door.
Starts walking. Gets to here.
There's
Sighs.
There's little pebbles floating around him. Like he's just like.
I'm not going to interrupt him. Picks up a pebble and throws it at Obrick.
Make an attack roll.
I'm not going to interrupt him. Hits him in the head with a rock.
And technically it would be a ranged attack, with I'm not proficient in, so it'd be just a dex check. Roll dexterity. No, don't show me the score. Alright, hold on. I'm just going to do this manually. 28.
Might need to refresh the character sheet if the beyond 20s acting up. 5. Like way past him. Like,
Yep. He'll come when he's ready. I'll make my way back. Stop at the gates. I've concluded my business with the alderman.
Alright, well, give us a sec.
Just patiently waits.
Alright, there we go. And, come back again.
Looks over. Yeah. Are you buying anything? Or are you just reading them?
Oh, I am discussing these books with this fine gentleman here. I've read most of these before, but some are interesting.
Kriv is very concerned about where the heck Blix got those kind of books. Because as far as he knows, they didn't have a whole lot of books they were traveling with. Especially after Blix became sentient, it's like, where the heck did Blix find time to read books?
That's what happens when you don't keep your eye on Blix 100% of the time.
Concern meme. Well, I have some things that I recently obtained that you have not read before. And I think we should head back to the inn and gather gather Rivet and Zero and read them together.
Did you nearly call my mother my sister?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Perhaps
Come
I
on.
misunderstood. I will buy these. And she picks up like 5 books and hands over a gold. Like,
Let's see. The best way I know is back the way I came.
Obrick would head back to the inn around noon.
Blix just turns left and goes the complete different way.
Oh, well, they probably know where they're going. They're smarter than me. Come to find out, Blix has absolutely no idea where they're going, and they just ADHD walked away from me. Just like, ooh, shiny thing. And I was like, oh, Crib is like, oh, she must know an easier way. Nope. She just saw a bauble shop and was like, ooh, pretty.
Mhm.
Yeah, Philbrook would head back around noon, whenever that is.
Heck, can't stop. Books. She says as she goes by Arena. oh, I guess. Yeah, that's fair. Who doesn't like a good book? Look, as it goes by.
Ah. I thought she was saying can't stop books. Wait. No, this is the side door. Crib will not go in the side door. He is a man of propriety. Head upstairs. He'll open the door to his room, poke his head in, see if Sierra's there.
Blix just opens the door to the Rivet's room. Just walks in. River's acquired books that I've not read, apparently.
I said things, not books.
Outside things.
If we have some things to look into, if you would like to come. If not, you don't need to.
Riv has acquired things of interest that apparently I have not read. Speaking of, I have acquired 5 tomes, one of which I have partially read.
Yeah, okay. She she stands there for a second, just. Yep.
He just goes and puts the books down. And just...
All right.
I believe Chris
So
wants us to look
giving-
at these things soon.
Yeah. Giving Sierra the message of we're going to go to Rivet's room if she wants to come. Griff will step out, close the door, and go over to Rivet's room.
Oh, apparently, Mother, we have just found out that Riv is coming to this room.
Oh,
So, Rick, the guards let you out of that area, and you can head back. So I think Thorbrek at that point is like another hour or so before coming back to the tavern. So as you're making your way back, what are you telling everyone in the room?
Kriv will settle. I looked into that matter that you mentioned, Rivet. There's nothing official stated in regards to vampires. Though people are basically, the gossip is that there are vampires, as 3 individuals have turned up dead. 1 each week in the last 3 weeks. If the schedule keeps up, there will be a 4th the day after tomorrow.
okay. Are there any commonalities between the victims?
Pulls out the paperwork that the alderman gave him, holds them out to Rivet and Blix. These are the things, by the way, Blix, that I acquired that you have not read yet, as they are criminal reports. They were all dead.
Such is true. Wow, really?
Of blood loss. Just dead stare. But there was no puncture wounds on the body, no obvious way for the blood to have left the bodies. There was some bruising, as indicative of blunt force. Best I can tell, I gathered from the sheriff, I believe they all knew each other, as the sheriff spoke that they knew each of them individually, as well as none of them had any family of note, as best I can tell. When they died, their houses remained empty, and no one claimed them, and they were defaulted back to the city, indicating that no family members came forward to claim the property.
I see.
I have the keys to their properties, if we want to go investigate those scenes further. But these are the reports that I was given by the aldermen of the city. Should hold some insight, at least, to the crime scenes themselves, as they were found.
Do we have access to, and this is going to be very grim, do we have access to the morgue to investigate the bodies?
I have been deputized by the aldermen, so I imagine I could get us access to the bodies if they have not been interred or otherwise disposed of. I don't believe dwarves practice any sort of cremation. I'm not sure about the body from 3 weeks ago, but at the very least, the one from last week we should be able to view, especially if once this was revealed as a sort of serial problem.
Okay. Yeah, probably is good enough for me. I think giving the places a look over, as well as the victims' bodies, to be able to hopefully identify a cause of death, beyond blood loss from nowhere, is a good idea. Also, the victims, the scenes of the crimes would be good. Yes.
I'm going to look over at Blix. How much of the paperwork has she already read?
Oh, she's already read it.
The answer is all of it.
Yep.
Good. Just while me and Rivet were talking, she just went Barry Allen sped read through and is now reading her own book. Anything enlightening within the reports, Blix?
All of them lived alone. All
Just
of
one?
them-
To most.
All of them, not one. My apologies.
I have no frame of reference as to each of their standing in the town, except for what is written here. One was seemingly a butcher. One was a tailor. The other a baker. I see no correlation between the three. Besides their single or widowed status, Given the populace here,
So-
this is probably nothing, but all of them are dwarves.
It's a large percentage of the population here. So I understand. You freaking gave us the percentages. Where is it?
I think it was like 65% dwarf.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find where it got.
It's
put.
in general.
I was in general. There it is. I did not look high enough in this. Yeah, 65% dwarves. Getting the ratio, it's not hard to find that they were mostly dwarves. But it is interesting to know. I mean, random chance. If you're only targeting singles, you're likely to find some amongst the other racial populations.
Speaking of, the book I read here about the local history, it is quite interesting. This place was founded not singly by dwarves, but also of what seems to be the second largest populace here, the half-elf. I was curious about the combination of stonework and woodwork in this place.
A mixing of the races, as I understand it.
Yes. But now is not the time to continue reading. What shall we do?
Do we want to visit the crime scenes first, or potentially the morgue?
Um. I think the morgue might give us some context on. Well, actually, I guess it goes both ways. I suppose I do not have a preference then.
Be aware, Thorberg is not here. Perhaps we should wait and inform him.
This is true. Where is... Where did he go?
I saw him in the upper district, meditating around with floating rocks.
Why?
And yes,
Why?
those were the words that I just said.
Somehow I am not surprised. Alright. Shall we wait for him or retrieve him ourselves?
You could give it some time to see if he shows up. If not, we'll go get him.
Okay, so you decide to wait. It's about another half hour before Thorberg shows up. But it is break time. So let's take our 10 minutes, everybody. I will still be here. Like, if you want me to be chatting at all, but still.
Yeehaw.
Yeah. And yeah, we'll be back in 10 minutes. Yeah. And I think everyone else is back as well. Most
Mostly.
said back, but I think there we go. So Maxine on deafen. Yep.
I wasn't deafened to begin with, I believe, but
Oh,
yeah,
you're not? Oh, sorry. I'm
it's all
used to
good.
you deafening on breaks. So yeah, eventually, he's a thought break. He cannot fit in this room. There are too many people in the room.
Also,
Standing at the door in frame.
Rivet is a little smug at the fact that other people are experiencing what it's like to live in a world not sized for them.
I miss a meeting.
We were looking into some deaths. We had gotten the idea that potentially there might be vampires about, given the concerns of the townfolk. So I asked the guards some questions, spoke to the alderman, and found that there had been a few deaths in the last few weeks. And well, we're on our way to the morgue to check things out.
Well, guess it's not such a quiet town after all.
Apparently not. Though nothing we can't handle, I assume.
She then knocks on the table.
All right. Off we go to solve a mystery.
Okay, gang. Lex puts down the book she was reading, up the fulminating treaties. Ready. It's like, now is the time for the book of violence.
Ah.
Alright, so you head on out. It's just gone midday. About 1 in the afternoon of this.
All right, we'll head off, I guess, to the morgue.
Yeah,
Probably find the sheriff so that we can find the morgue.
alright, you go and find the sheriff.
Yes. Ah, right where we left her. It's almost like that's her freaking post.
Hello again.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. And so, how can I, can I help you at all, or is there something that's there? Oh, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Although, even though she's greeted you today, she still comes over, shakes your hand, shakes your hand.
So, I've spoken to the alderman and was deputized in regards to the matter that we mentioned. Do you know where the morgue might be, and if the bodies might still be there?
I do know where the morgue is. I can give you directions there. As for if the bodies are still there and they haven't been prepared for internship, then well, I don't know. I think about it. It's been oh, you got yourself stuck? No.
This may or may not be the second time on this map.
Wonderful man.
Rivet is the smallest one of us. How the heck is she the one getting stuck in the dwarf city?
Given the fact there's an investigation going on, I think yes, they should still be in the morgue untouched as of yet. Maybe a bit of a touch here and there, to keep them, fresh. Ugh. Yeah. Thing about one of my friends is either way, head yourself up to the upper section and let the guards know that's where you're heading, and you can walk or you can take a cart there. When most of the upper mine was good portion was cleared out, the first chambers you come to get repurposed. I do hope you find whatever's doing this soon.
Very much the same.
Well, good luck. And comes over. It's like, yeah. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Comes over and she looks over at Sarah. Can't get past the wall of people right now, and it's just like, good afternoon. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Just head straight up. Turn right, to the gate, and
Think.
To me, it looks like Krev's pinballing around.
Bing, 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 bing.
He's bumping into walls, okay? The city is not big enough for him.
How do you think Dobrik feels? He's wider than you are.
Yeah. You just gotta shell up and we stomp on you and bing, 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 boom. Enemy attack. Let's go.
So
Oh.
many dwarves became a casualty of this day.
You'll pass by the market. You see the chains of lanterns. All the signs for the various shops here. And there's a few of these doors that have gaps. Oh well. Ah, hello again.
Hello. We're on our way to the morgue.
Oh, lovely. Right. Okay. Give me a sec.
This poor fella.
Alright, you want to go down the way I'm going, and there's a lot of you. Well, okay. Yeah.
I would have assumed he saw us at the gate.
Yeah, he did, but he didn't quite see how tall the stack of people was with Rivet. Like, oh, that's on top of a, and on top of a, okay. Well, oh,
I've got lost.
you got
This
lost.
place is so big.
Yep, go this way, and then this way, and then through here.
Dragon. Riding a gnome.
Okay.
Up
Riding a
here.
dragon.
Hey, Anu.
Yeah,
Guess what I did again?
you got Blick stuck this time. What the fuck?
I got Blake stuck this time.
Mother, help me.
He's in the goddamn.
Mother help!
Just me living my best life. Blix is drowning. This ain't about her.
No, my goal.
I love it. Rivet right now. Dragon. Riding a gnome. Riding a dragon.
Yeah.
All right, this way. And
Blix is still stuck in the wall.
Blix is right here.
Oh, it looks like my connection to the server has been interrupted. That's great.
oh,
Oh
Time to reload.
Everybody pause.
My Wi-Fi's been fucky lately.
Red light. God, it's that game.
All right. I got here. I missed the ping.
No. He leads you up these steps
Oof.
and then over to here. So I'm just waiting for Rivet to get back.
No problem.
Establishing server uplink is where it gets stuck.
Oh, is it
Oh no.
stuck?
No.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
you disappeared again. Oh, now you're back.
This is... I might be stuck in Scuffland here.
No, not Scufflander.
Oh? Am I alive? Yes, I am.
Hooray!
I'm putting Blix and Rivet on the same square.
Don't forget Tracky.
Did I? Oh have so many tokens. I have to click and drag all at once.
Oh, wrong
Is-
way.
Where's? Oh, wrong way. Okay. I
Up
didn't know
here.
if we had gone
Nope.
further because I did not have context.
No, I thought it was going the right way. You walk right past it.
Yep. I know. I'm just like, hey, Rivet, this way.
Okay. Oh, I see him. I just couldn't see his token. Cribs, I mean.
You see a half elf there, sitting there, just like, you're heading into the mines. They're heading into the morgue. Oh,
Smelled it.
nope. All right, well, one should be by soon. Unless you want to walk, but it's a bit dangerous.
Who wants to walk on their train tracks, everybody?
He reaches over and it's ding, 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 ding on this little bell. And then just then three carts, three mine carts come out from here, and he just steps out in front, just puts a hand out, just stops it. Like, all right.
Form of minecart.
Ba-dum. And he gets out this little pouch of powder, and he opens up the little like lantern on the front, and sprinkles it in there, and the flame changes to a purple. And he closes it up, and you see him he just goes, and he's just like goes to the bells. It's like ding, 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 ding. And he gets behind, and he just gives you a little push, and the minecarts pick up speed. Even though it's a very slight slope, and you just into the mine. And then you just trundle along, trundle along, trundle along, trundle along, trundle along. And you see, illuminated by the pale purple light, or, you know, in your dark vision, whatever's applicable, you, a dwarf steps out in front of you and just stops the cart. Hi. He opens up the little line on the front, blows it out, and then relights it, and it's a normal colored flame again. Ah. Right. This is your stop.
Steps off the platform.
You notice this dwarf is wearing a similar belt to the half-elf guy. Alright. Just through there. And you see these, reconstructed from the mined out inner walls is a stone building with some timbers in place, of course, for like it gives like a timber frame, and then they've used stone brick to build it up more.
Mm-hmm.
He goes over and opens the door for you, and you walk in, and immediately you can see this is like like a funeral home, you know. Um, House of the Dead. There you go. And you can, as you head into the lobby, this half-elven fellow dressed all in black comes up to you. Are you here to say farewell to the departed?
We are here. My name is Cryptoxis. I've been deputized by the alderman in regards to investigating the mysterious deaths as of the last few weeks.
They nod and let us just a sigh. Like, then you wish to see what the dead still have to say. Please be respectful. They are very well liked here, and I encourage you not to prod or pry unjustly. And they lead you to the morgue, where you see two of the three bodies.
I see. Two bodies.
The first.
Looks at Rivet.
The
You're
first.
smarter than me.
The first has already been put to rest among their family. These two, well, we were in the process of preparing this one for their interment, but given the nature of the similar death, we got interrupted.
Of course.
They turn their back and stand at the door.
Oh, you know, it just occurred to me right now, as she walks into the room with everybody. One of us should have had speak with dead ready.
I don't believe I can even know that thing.
I can't, but I know it can be done.
Well, yeah, it's not part of my repertoire.
Me trying to remember what level Speak with Dead is.
Third.
Do not get that as a paladin.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's a wizard.
I can
spell.
cast Command on the corpse. Corpse, tell me what you know.
The corpse can't take actions, so it doesn't get a turn in combat to do that. But theoretically, Blix could learn it because it's a wizard spell, but it's probably on too much short notice.
Speak with Dead is for bards, clerics, knowledge domain, and the undying and the undead.
Yeah. And
So
it's
I'm
also
gonna
a wizard
look at-
spell.
Oh, well, suppose we will have to find a spell scroll or some sort.
Possible.
Well, Can I just look at this body and see if I can use my knowledge of anatomy and all that stuff and how injuries work, especially looking at the bruising, to see how they died?
Yes, you may make a medicine check.
Cool.
No, I can't help him. I don't. Medicine is wisdom, not intelligence.
Oh,
Well,
dear.
Dobrik will help. He has proficiency in medicine.
Nature is intelligence, but medicine is wisdom. Okay.
Because medicine is looking at someone and sort of like intuiting, while knowledge of like flora and fauna and their scientific names is intelligence.
Yes, that is true, and I agree with the sentiment. I am, however, frustrated.
All right, advantage. Well, that's an 18.
The Flash Genius, make that a 24 just to be super safe.
Okay. So, you look at this body and you can see right away that yes, they have some bruising on their bodies and appear to be slightly shriveled and withered, as they have indeed had all their blood sucked out of them, but you can't see from where. You're looking around and you see there's some dark circles around the eyes. The face is in a expression of as if they were gasping for air. Appears that whatever did this didn't exactly like pierce them and suck the blood out. It's as if they sucked the air out of their lungs and all of their blood with it.
Lovely. I'm just gonna do a thing because I am freaking. Of course, why? I think I just need to uninstall and reinstall Beyond 20 because it has just been giving me problems. Like it's here and it's doing my rolls, but a lot of the options are just no longer here.
Yeah, I was
I'm
having
gonna
that
use
as
my-
well on Monday. Had to keep refreshing my character sheet.
Well, I can refresh. It still doesn't put the display in VT option on my Divine Sense there.
Oh, that's weird.
But that's what I mean. Like I'll click on one of my abilities and it used to be like, hey, I could just like display this in the VT for you guys to see, and now it just doesn't even do that. And if I roll over to the Beyond 20 button, I don't even see a list. So
Oh,
doesn't matter.
That's bad.
I'm going to use Divine Sense to see if I detect any undead.
You detect no undead in the area.
Good. Well, he's definitely fully dead. It looks like something sucked the air out of his lungs and the blood went with it. And that is very frightening to me. Blix, Rivet, you're both knowledgeable individuals. Do you know of any creatures that can do something like that?
That is a damn good question. Do I know of any creatures or else spells that would do a thing of that sort? Or any magical effect?
Um, can you make me knock off? Okay.
Sure. I will also guidance myself for this one.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 18 plus an additional d4 for guidance for 22.
You
The first d4 was from my racial bonus, by the way.
okay? You have some vague knowledge of this. It's a bit of a mixed bag. Like, it's relating to something like that's referred to as like a vampiric mist or a crimson death. Like some ruminate that like these are like vampires in their mist form and weren't able to return to their coffin, therefore they kind of like lost their minds and just became these mist creatures. Some say they are just straight up aberrations of their own nature. But what you do know is that the clouds of a creature, if you are trapped within it, you are basically suffocated to death and your blood drained from you.
So this seems to be the work of a vampiric mist. Or something of its sort. And she explains what that is, so that I'm not repeating myself. Repeating you, really.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know anything about, like, anything additional about these creatures, such as what places they might be found? Or what types of places?
Anywhere where like a mist wouldn't be suspicious.
Okay. So it would seem to me that this...
Sorry, I saw that picture you put up in memes.
I'm sorry. You said any place a mist would not be suspicious, and I'm like,
Yep. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
So So, yeah, anywhere that would be frequently filled with smoke or mist, such as a recently burned down building, or a bathhouse of sorts, or
A forge.
yes, or a waterfall. We do know about that. This river, that burnt down casino.
The casino in the desert with the freaking vampires.
Oh yes, right. I freaking brain. Hello. Yeah, of
The
course
one
she
that
fucking knows
asked us
about that, Skylar.
The one they asked us about when we entered
Yeah.
the town.
Yeah, listen, I'm not at the top of my game right now.
Riven doesn't have keen mind.
No, not yet. She might get it.
If we hit level 12,
Yeah.
I don't think you can. Like it wouldn't. You don't get any additional bonuses to intelligence. You're already too high for that.
Mm-hmm. But it would make sense. Anyway. Point is, unless it is from the, unless these truly are the same vampires we faced at the, deserted casino, which, if I remember, it was actually pretty fair ways away from here, no?
Not quite sure how far mist can or would travel. So
Exactly.
Missed one.
well,
I am wondering.
we can look around today, but I could, now that we know what we're looking for, prepare do I have locate creature yet? No, I just have locate frickin' object.
Crave, you are able to detect undead nearby, yes?
Within about 60 feet of me.
Okay,
For
that's not
brief.
particularly helpful.
Yes.
But-
it doesn't go through walls, and it only lasts but a moment, and I can't use it fairly often, so I can't just walk around town constantly pinging.
Yes, that would have been my suggestion, but yeah. In that case,
It's a 4th level spell. I need 2 more levels. Oh, there's Oath of Zeal. What the fuck?
we could inquire about any such places within town and attempt to make use of this ability in that way. Or else we
see.
can attempt to return to the casino and see if we can find any such creatures. Although, again, I don't think that is going to be particularly helpful, but who knows?
Yes, I don't anticipate that it would. So,
We could ask about any place that's more misty lately than normal.
above game, I'm literally like, we are just about to go full I attack the darkness on this town.
Nothing wrong with that. Wow. You've been told that the night after next is when the attack should happen if it follows the pattern.
That is true.
We can attempt to do some additional research on vampiric mists.
Blix knows where the library is.
Yes.
I was informed, but all I found was a libertarian.
I'm sorry.
Sorry?
Did I just hear what I think I heard? Did I hear I thought was informed, but all I found was a libertarian?
Yeah, I'm fucking sorry. What?
A libertarian.
I'm
Okay.
He runs the bookstore. He enjoys the modest government of the council here, but really wishes they could spend some of the budget on a proper library.
Oh.
A libertarian. A libertarian librarian who believes in small government except for when it comes to funding libraries.
sometimes I wonder.
Okay. I'm going to do my best to simply not question that.
In short, there is no true library, but one that really wishes they would make one.
Did you give the shelves a good look over?
I did. I bought 5 books.
I see. Did you find anything about the undead? Or
No.
anything that could... Okay. Well, that removes that option.
Guess we just start looking.
We do have the house keys for the departed.
Yes, we might as well check those places. We might also be able to use the location to get a sense of where the vampiric mist is hiding.
Good a lead as any. Well, off we go then.
From what you've been given, you know the victims' houses are on the lower quarter section, whatever. Quite finished. And I do hope this
Yes.
investigation resolves soon. These poor souls should be with their ancestors by. Not that's your fault. I'm just generally quite frustrated with the situation. Right, this way. The journey back can be a little longer. This is one of the first stops upon entering, after all.
And one of the last stops leaving.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you want to see the sights, I can send you across the valley.
I think maybe it could do us good to see the sights. Crave thinking if we're seeing sights, we might notice mist formations.
Agreed, actually.
All right, well, have fun, and yes, have fun. And he walks you out and goes up to the fellow at the minecart stop. Send them across the valley. They I don't know. I feel like if they're gonna be visiting here, they should at least see that. At least once. He's like, alright. He actually gets out a bottle and he flips open the lantern and kind of pours it in. And like doesn't put the fire out, but it's like a heavy gas. Like it's a vapor. It's just like when you light one of those little incense bulbs and you see it like flow down like the pathway or out the dragon's mouth or through the fountain or whatever shape holder you have. It kind of just fills the light, but the light's not diminished for it. It's just kind of like a different hue. Like a softer light than the standard harsh light it was. It actually goes from that sort of like yellowish light of more of like a pure white light. Alright, off you go. And you're rumbling and a trumbling. You see like every time you see the glance of a person who like seeing you coming sees what color your light is, and you see him get up, pull a lever, and just you just see like you look like you had to go straight into him, but then you like lurch to the left. And eventually, you come out into the light of day. Ignore this cart. This is not currently here. And you get to here. And you get to here, and it's just and it stops. And this guy just kind of like looks all at you. Okay. And he basically clamps you to the rope above, and these wooden arms basically lock on the front and back of each of the cards. It's very like purpose built. And then he starts pushing you back until you hear a click. He's like, all right. Hang on now. As your cards get launched, and immediately you see that the valleys below are full of mist, as valleys and like the low cloud of this area rightfully would do.
Launch.
Ah, shit. Damn it.
In fact, you are passing through some of the low cloud on your way across.
Divine sense. Perception.
Roll the perception. Define sense, you find things nothing.
Only a 14 for now. Not much. Two more
Better than my
uses.
passive.
Only slightly better than my passive, but hey, 14's a 14.
Philbrick, you don't anything. You see that you're rather rapidly, like this isn't like a roller coaster launch. You just are like just holding momentum because of the suspended manner of it. Just zoom.
Mm-hmm.
As you zoom across this valley and end up touching down again on rails on the other side at one of the nearby mountains that you had to go around to get here. It touches down, and you see that like it's like almost like a catcher, like a wide thing that kind of like stops it from swinging anymore and guides it to then have the wheels in the right place to meet the rail. And you roll in, and you soon enough come to a stop at what seems to be the dead end for this rail. I'm gonna go ahead and say, right. Well, quite something, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And you see directly ahead of where this stops, there seems to have been a more recently constructed, like a second Hall of the Dead. You imagine with what little space they're working with for the first one, there's just like a need for a dedicated space for it. You know, not too many make the trip across the valley when they're still breathing. They get sent to the mountains that birthed them. Well, at least for the dwarven folk, you know. But it seems someone was in good spirits. I mean, it's a fun trip. At least it might. So, are you here to pay respects to the dead, or shall I just send you back?
Well, passing through mostly. Um, just seeing the sights.
Ah, well. If you head into the Hall of the Dead, be mindful, of course, this is a sacred resting place, and all that, you know. It was a rock zombie. Rock zombie. Ah, you see just off to the right seems to be start of another track. Heading into what seems to be also like another mine. And a small crane that seems to be designed for lifting these minecarts. Hey, well, have a look around or do whatever it is you wish to be doing. Do we actually have business here?
Don't believe so. I think we just continue on.
Alright, well. Hold tight, and he like cranks you back and like launches you back. Cool. Whereas on this side, you kind of keep your momentum.
Tick, 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 tick. Oof.
Meow. And as if once you get past this junction, you hit the wheels like hit something, and your momentum like stops. And you hear a clunk as the rails change in front of you before this like wrong way brake system thing just then pushes you out and you go this way. And then the guy who was here in the first place steps out in front and stops you. Okay, well, it seems he didn't adjust the light there. Unless you have. I think I saw you go across. You went across?
Yes.
The fly? You flew. Okay. Let me just. He just blows it out, relights it, it's a normal flame again. Right, there you go. Have you seen what you need to see?
For now, yes. Thank you.
No, well, anytime. Don't know why they would have sent you across. I guess good to see at least once.
Was an interesting ride.
I mean, primarily the systems for transporting ore and such, but it has now become a bit of a tradition to send the dead across to their final resting place. Well, have a nice day.
You as well.
Yes.
Well, for
Start
those who
walking
don't
away,
have
Rivet's
wings,
like-
you just experienced flying in a minecart.
As they're walking away, Rivet's just like,
Of course the valley's full of mist. Of course it could come from any direction at any time. That would just... If it were anyone otherwise, my job would just be too easy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because then you like look up the mountain, you're like, well, that mountain, it's a high altitude. Of course, there's mist on the mountain. Like, sorry, you were gonna say, Maxine?
No, nothing. Sorry.
Okay. I just like hearing your cool voice. After those antics, it's come to like freaking 4 in the afternoon.
The houses, yes? Houses.
Yes. Pulls out the paperwork, looking for the addresses. That's right.
Oh. Do we want to start with the freshest one and work our way back, or?
I think it might be better to target the one that's closest.
I'm not sure I'm convinced it matters.
Okay. Alright, so you head to the outer district.
This poor guy opening and closing the gate so much in one day.
Mm-hmm.
Open the gate. Close the gate.
Oh, oh, don't worry, they've been through a few times today. Let them through. Oh, okay. You see the top elf just hop, lands, opens the door. Be safe now.
You as well.
As you pass by, you see a bearded fellow sitting at a table, seemingly enjoying some biscuits.
pointing at the dude.
Man, enjoy a biscuit.
Yes.
They were all in the lower district, right? If I recall.
Yes.
Another commonality.
Yes, if only that were. If only that conveyed any additional information beyond location.
Don't know where to go. All right, so
All right. Yeah. So that's this. Yep. Up. And you just hear like a up, and then he's back up on the wall.
it's me, Mario, dwarven style.
Do you know? Looking at the address, you don't know the street name. Oh wait, there they are. And then you see the sign, and apparently, the first one is at the end of the market way.
Convenient.
Past all the flower stores, bakers, butchers, candlestick makers.
Uh-huh.
Let's go.
Oh, good day to you, visitors. Yes, good day. And you pass under the bridge. The lady on the top is just waving quite legally, if not a bit over the top. It's just like, oh, good day. Yes, and welcome and good day.
Rivet is horrified.
I don't think she's taken a single step from that spot since this morning.
You see all these beautifully crafted like paper lanterns above you, giving a nice like, even though it's daytime, like still the additional lights add something. Hmm. And yes, you come across this house.
Door over here?
Or
Where?
yeah, over here. As you definitely stay inside of that like hip high wall.
Yeah.
Gives a nice view down. Door.
Crib will go over and open said door.
You open the door. You find a rather nicely kept house. It seems that, someone's been in to at least tidy the place and see that somebody must be keeping the fire stoked, perhaps for the benefit of whoever might come next, or maybe just to keep the home in memory. Oh, did I not put a door there?
I did not open any door.
Then I didn't put a door there. Wait, no, not on that layer. Oh, wait, automatic. That. You see that, yeah, there's a bedroom there. This, humble little home.
Those notes say where the body was found.
To the notes.
In their bedroom. Which is actually the one with the gray sheet. Rivet, did you just slam yourself into the wall?
I did it again. Curse you,
Rivet.
grid snap.
Rivet trying to phase through walls.
Who's suffering in a world not sized for them now? But yeah, just pretend there's
The
no
walls just have it out.
fruit and
This
such.
place is just.
I did not, in fact, get stuck in the wall again. Anytime I partially clip through a wall on this damn map, my brain immediately goes, oh no.
I have made a horrendous
Funny.
mistake.
For me, it's just like the walls are now just all mimics and have it out for Rivet.
Yeah.
You find the
The whole damn town's a mimic.
the partially unmade bed. The part of this house that's been left alone. You see no blood. You see a pair of boots, a little bedside table with a mug of ale on it. And yeah, nice bed, and then closed chest. And a nice view out over the cliffs from the window. Over, you open that door, you find a crapper and a little bite.
The bathroom. Okay.
I'm going to assume not, but are there any signs of forced entry in this room?
Make a investigation.
One investigation check happening now. I will guidance myself for it.
Okay.
Not that I need it. Uh-oh. Roll 20 again.
Uh-oh. Well, specifically
no.
forced entry, you find no such thing.
So, yeah, likely they missed doing. They missed when need the first way in. Um,
Okay. I agree with this assessment.
um, ooh. River pauses for a moment, remembering what's happened several of the times she's done this before, and then casts detect magic.
There is nothing.
Okay.
I was about to go thick, fast, chuckle nuts.
You cast it, and then for a second you're like, did it work? And then you just look at your hand and you're like, oh, yep, okay, yep.
Okay. Rivet's gonna keep detect magic up and just as she's looking around.
Alright. Nothing pings in this room.
Uh,
No magic in this room.
Well,
okay.
this place is clear.
Um. Rivet is going to look through some of the items in this room, see if she can find any additional identifying information as to maybe anything this person was doing before their time of death that might have attracted them to attracted the attention of this thing.
Okay. I'll carry on with that investigation. Yeah, in the chest you find some personal effects. You can tell, roaming through the rest of the house, that the other bedroom, like, well kept. It has their instrument propped up, their boots are clean. And you find in the chest, like, an old little portrait that seems to have been the victim and their parted partner. Seems that the widow, well, the deceased, used to have quite the bard for a partner. As in those chests are also, love letters, poems that were written, songs that were written, a bunch of very personal, uh, sweet little things that were exchanged between the two. Hey, Ducko.
Um,
Nothing that ordains to any sort of otherworldly beings. Or anything that might give something a motive. Besides them happening in love, maybe.
And okay. And it seems that the victim was living alone at the time because said bard had passed.
There's no one else in the house as far as you can see. There's you do know the key was handed over to town hall, you know, the minor government.
But we don't know what happened to the bard.
I mean, no, but you imagine like these pictures are being kept in a chest rather than now on display.
Yeah. But we don't know, like, like obviously they're not here. They're dead or gone. But we don't know what the cause of that was. If it was just a natural death, if they were murdered, or if anything of the sort happened.
Yep.
Okay. Great.
Unfortunately, they didn't write about their moment of their death in these poems.
Yeah.
There's no one that just ends in "Beware the beast of."
Lex,
Yes.
was there anything in the files that mentioned the other person living in this, that was previously living in this house?
No, it appears the file is only relevant to what happened to the previous occupant,
I see.
recently deceased.
Could really mean anything. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
While it is sad what happened to them, the memories found in that chest appear to indicate they were happy. At least once were. The lifespan of dwarves makes their paper extra resilient with how long it needs to last. I cannot even guess how long that this other in the portrait may have passed. But I can conclude it was at least long enough for the memories to be put away.
Mhm. The question still remains of whether or not it is relevant, but I would be willing to suppose not.
Our minds must be open to every avenue. But still, we should not let ourselves wander into assumption. No, it was not the word I was thinking of. Speculation.
Agreed.
Is everyone getting a bit tired?
I love it.
A bit? Fair enough. I mean,
Yeah, my brain is definitely slowing down here, and it's not that fast to begin with.
we got it's 20 minutes to end time, but we can just stop here and then pick up investigating the other two houses next time.
Right to me.
My days off always throw my sleep schedule off.
Yeah.
Oh, then. Go see. Baffy. Weedy. Weedy's life.
Wheaties live.
Yeah. What's that once you? Why does that look kind of cool too? What's with all the fucking bullshit coming out? Let's go see Weedy. And as always, please be good to yourself, excellent to each other, and critical hit your enemies.
Bye.
Until next time, bye.
Bye.